This is Paul Catalina's Top 5 at 5:55.
Brought to you by Champion Salon and Barber. Book your appointment at championsalonandbarber.com. All right, top 5 hot seat replacements. Should these jobs come open? These are the things I think these are fits, and especially given what we just had a Kentucky right around John Clay, I included Mark Stoops in this list. So, number 5, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jeff LEBBY to USF. Jeff Scott's in trouble. LEBBY was at UCF, which is close, so he's got a little bit of recruiting inroads, and that offense will do well at USF. So I think Jeff LEBBY would be a fit at USF.
Yeah, I think he'd be a fit a lot of places. That's the problem. I don't know that USF would be like his first call. I don't think he's going to have to boil it down to probably one team. You know, I don't know what the interest level is in LEBBY, but it has to be growing based on what Ole Miss has done offensively. So yeah, I mean, I think he's very well on his way to becoming a head coach sooner rather than later. It's hard to ignore the success of the Browns offense, but. Yeah, I mean, if he wants that job, sure. But I wonder, what kind of opportunities he might have, because if there's better ones, obviously. But yeah, that'd be a great hire for USF, I'm sure.
And I just think for Jeff, it's a nice foray into it where you're not. Yeah, maybe it's a bigger one, but it's a nice.
I like what he's done. Left Baylor. They found, was it Florida Atlantic or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Then it was
Kiffin.
UCF. Was he there? Is that right?
Yeah, he was at the UCF with Heupel.
And then now, I mean, he's done it right. He's done it right, and he's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. Number 4, Mark Stoops to USC. I think I like hiring defensive coaches when you're doing a rebuild.
All right, let me explain this. This is not what Paul says is going to happen. He says this is what should happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
okay.
What should happen. I think Mark Stoops to USC would be great because he's an excellent defensive mind. And when you're rebuilding, I think a lot of times people err on the side of let's score some points first. And I think if you build your defense first, it worked here with Matt Rule. It's worked with Dave Aranda. If you hire a defensive-minded head coach, then you can make your team a little bit better for the long term and then going offense first, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure I'm not, but I think they need, especially an attitude of toughness and all that I think that Mark Stoops brings to USC. Mark Stoops is also not Hollywood, which I also think USC needs.
That's what they probably need, but whether it's what they want, that's the question. I mean, is that are they looking for the hot name when the time comes? Or are they looking for a big name? Because he wouldn't apply as far as a big name goes. He very well could be a hot name by the end of the year, and is a hot name right now. But I mean, I have no idea what USC wants to do, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I don't know if they do.
Yeah. So I mean, that hire would make some sense.
Is that Sam Pittman for them? A higher level. Sam Pittman was a coordinator, right?
Yeah, it's a higher level. But make it. I mean, to me, it works. I mean, I think
he's got some skins on the wall. Yeah.
Sam Pittman wasn't a head coach.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a long time now, tenured, nearly decade-long SEC head coach versus a brand new guy at Georgia. All due respect to Pittman, obviously, but it'd be an outside the box hire for them. That's for sure.
Plus,
compared to
it's
what
not a
done.
splash hire.
He's also coached with some big names, his brother and
wasn't
Jimbo
he in
Fisher.
Arizona?
Yeah.
That was
Mike.
Mark
right. Is coached with his brother Bob.
That was a bad
he's also coached with his brother Mike, but he's coached with his brother Bob, and he's coached with Jimbo Fisher, and so he's got some good ties there. Number 3, our friend Jeff Traylor to Texas Tech. I think if there's anybody who is Texas enough, and when I say Texas, I mean the state, not the university. Texas enough to their core that can go border to border, east and west, north and south, and go talk to Texas high school football kids on their level and get them excited about going to Lubbock, it is that guy right there.
Yeah, Mark Stoops. I want to go back to that. Mark Stoops was on Mike Stoops' staff.
Yeah,
so I wanted to clean that up. But yeah, I thought you meant his head coach. No, that was Mike. No. But yeah, I think that would be a home run hire for Texas Tech. Jeff Traylor is. I don't know if there is somebody out there, please let me know. Like, Coach's Hot Seat's a fun site to look at just to see where the guys on the verge of being fired are. I don't know, though, if there's like I just gave somebody $1 million idea. Like the upshoots, like the new coaches, the new wave. Jeff Traylor certainly at the top of that. he's saying all the right things about building up San Antonio, but we've heard literally hundreds of coaches say those same things and then leave the next day.
Well, and the thing is, it's on Monday. If you're still employed by UTSA and Texas Tech hasn't called,
right,
then that's what you say. And then Monday night you get home and Texas Tech calls and offers you to the job. Well, Tuesday you're a Texas Tech coach. It's not like you were lying. Something different happened.
Yeah, you're twisting the truths a little bit, But no, I mean, I think that Texas Tech will have to call him. It'd be dumb not to call him. They will absolutely do that. I don't know. What other candidates there might be. I would imagine they're definitely not trying to go back to the alumni route. But, yeah, Traylor would be a home run for them. I'm very curious to see, how long he does stay at UTSA. And then when he does eventually move up to the next level, like a Tech perhaps, what kind of success he finds. But that's a Matt Rule guy right there, too, as well. I mean, that's one of Rule's good buddies.
No,
and they hit it off.
Yeah.
And he was Jeff Traylor. It's long enough's past right now. He's going to be on the Baylor staff initially and just couldn't work out.
The night that Matt Rule arrived and was introduced at Baylor, they went to a game at McLean Stadium, and Jeff Traylor was on the sideline. Matt Rule's his right-hand man was with him, who was part
Sean
of
Patton?
Yeah. But Traylor was there. They had talked. They continued to talk, and that was really a lot closer than maybe some people thought, but never did happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Tony just said that's a brilliant idea, Craig. What you were the corollary to coaches on a hot seat idea.
Number 2, JAMEY CHADWELL to Miami. Look, Coastal Carolina is a small school that doesn't care about football for a long time. Now he's made them into, year after year now, they're good. Here's the other thing Coastal Carolina doesn't have. They don't have facilities that are going to beat the band. They don't have any of that. And Miami right now doesn't have that stuff. They need a coach who's going to be invested in rebuilding that program, not just from players up, from convincing donors to give them money for better facilities. And that means, and this is what Miami's going to have to buck up and do, is build a stadium on that campus and quit playing 45 minutes away in the Dolphin Stadium where their students cannot get to. They have no home field advantage in that stadium because their students are not there. And if their students are, they sit them way up top and they're not an effect on the game. They're too small a school to have an 80,000 seat stadium. The Orange Bowl was perfect for them. And then when that went away, Miami lost a ton of its luster, and JAMEY CHADWELL needs to get that back there.
He's the hot.
If he had somebody,
he's one of those hot coaching names, no question about it.
Whoever the next head coach
had him on earlier this year. Enjoyed that interview. Craig, anything else to wrap it up?
Well, I got one more.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Number 2. Number 1, and I said this yesterday, Billy Napier to LSU. Yeah. He's already in Louisiana. He's a Saban disciple. Defense first. I like it. I think LSU is a school that most of their national championship teams or contenders are built on defense. Billy Napier can do that. I think it's a no-brainer for them to do this.
Yeah, it's not Dan Veranda, so go right ahead, LSU. Absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Jack McKenzie, Hayden Bumpus, Armstrong Sims.